away from that and you realize that what you want to do is you want to value length highly, and you want to have a program, a system for developing it, and a program and a system for learning to maintain it and programming it into your nervous system so that it's unbreakable no matter what happens. All right, so here are 3 speed problems that we face. The first problem is energy is not a sustainable resource. All right, and that first bullet there is taken from a study that was done by a group of Defense Department engineers earlier in this decade when they were asked to design a swim foil for the Navy SEALs. So they studied dolphins to really understand what are the physics that makes a dolphin a superior swimmer and a human a lesser swimmer. And they actually calculated that dolphins are 80% energy efficient. They convert 80% of energy and horsepower into locomotion. Humans are 3%, we're not talking about Phelps, who's 9%. May surprise you to learn that Michael Phelps wastes 90%, or 90% of his energy gets diverted into something other than forward motion, all right? But generally, those of us who are untutored, and I would say a pretty decent master swimmer is somewhere between the 3% and the 9%, all right? So we only convert 3% of energy and horsepower to locomotion. The other 97%, for the most part, goes into 2 things. We are moving around in water a lot because water is very unstable, and we're moving the water around, whereas the dolphin is moving through water, all right? So terrestrial mammals in water are clearly energy-wasting machines, and clearly training for bigger lungs, which is just a way of saying fitness, is solving, again, the wrong problem. Saving energy, all the things you do to save energy, comes from a focus on training the nervous system. All right? Aerobic fitness peaks at 30 plus. Neural fitness, in other words, the ability to improve, optimize circuits in the brain, is trainable to at least 70 plus. 4 more decades of potential improvement if you're focused on training the nervous system. Okay, here's something that was pretty surprising. Jane Cappaert, who's the head of biomechanics for USA Swimming, went to Barcelona prior to the '92 Olympics. She did a brief and non-taxing test of all the men in the 100-meter freestyle. So there's 40-some people in the event. The 8 people who made the finals as a group generated 16% less stroking power than the 30-odd who didn't. It's like, holy cow. All right, we're doing all this power-oriented training. We've got the big paddles, we got the fins, we got all this stuff to be more powerful. And the main advantage of the people who made the final was they're better at whole body streamlining. All right, so again, bigger muscles. And I'm not saying strength is unimportant, but it's not solving the problem we're trying to solve. And again, active streamlining is mostly neural. The thoughts you have and the actions you take and so on to minimize drag and hold a lower drag profile as you're stroking. Not while you're doing this, it's after you stop doing that and begin stroking. That's what active streamline. This is passive, all right, but stroking and kicking in ways that cause less drag, all right, and that's all neural.